Okay, upcoming now to our show, I'm very happy to present a heavy coffee drinking and never wants to go to bed girl. Well, this kind of girl has to be a very special kind because she survived 2 times being part in Nightmare on Elm Street. And whoever on earth can say to survive 2 parts of dreaming Freddy Krueger. So, please now, welcome the very special guest, the 1987 CBS special school break Little Miss Perfect, Lisa Wilcox.
Wow, that's going back a ways. 87. Wow, and Little Miss Perfect. That's right.
Okay.
Yes, all right.
Yeah, so sure. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Sasha.
Hi, Sasha.
So is it okay to call you Lisa or Mrs. Wilcox?
Yeah, Lisa's perfectly fine.
Okay, thank you very much. Very
You're
nice.
welcome.
I checked this out. I mean, of course, here on the horror event show, the Nightmare on Elm Street is put the emphasis on, but you have done a lot more, I read now. It was more than 30 movie or TV productions, like Walker, Texas Ranger. You have been on Star Trek Next Generation. You were Utah.
Yes, I played Utah. In fact, I am on the Star Trek Next Generation Monopoly board.
Yeah?
You know the name of the Monopoly?
Yes.
Yes, I'm a property.
Oh, cool.
On the board, yes.
I
I'm very
have to buy
proud of that
this.
fact.
That's great. I have to buy this. Yeah, and Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yes, fantastic. That was so fun.
You met all these guys there, the Never Loses.
Yeah. I worked with George Clooney in Bodies of Evidence before he did ER.
Yeah.
A lot of actors who have gone on to all kinds of famedom.
Okay, MacGyver, Mr. Belvedere.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. So, is it your first time here in Germany?
I was here about 8 years ago in Münster.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So this is my second time in Germany. Yes.
Okay. What
Same
did
time
you
of
do
year.
in Münster?
I did a signing.
Ah, okay.
I did do a signing. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What have you seen already? 8 years ago, or right now? From
I haven't had a chance of Germany. I haven't gotten to see much of anything because I fly in, sign, and then have to go back home because I've family responsibilities or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it's a beautiful country.
Yeah.
I love how green it is, and it's beautiful and lush, and the people are lovely.
So you should come back to see something.
Yes, I should. Part of my heritage is German, actually. So.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's say in part 5, where you played the major role, it starts with a somehow delicious scene in the shower.
Yes.
Of course, starring you. And I can remember the sink. There's something wrong with the sink.
Right, the drain is
The drain's
clogged.
clogged.
Yes.
Yeah, and all the water is coming
Right.
back.
Yeah.
And I can remember you were kneeling down and put the whole hand into the sink. I mean, and everybody already felt, well, there might be something wrong here. Would you have done this in real life?
No. I would have called my husband. Honey, there's something wrong with the drain, right? Or in that film, I would have been like, Danny, right, my boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Come and fix this drain. What's going on with this drain, right?
Okay,
Anyway.
so then he would be in trouble with Freddy.
Then he would have been in trouble, yeah.
Okay.
And not me.
Yeah. How did you get into all this, the nightmare movies?
I had gone to college at UCLA in Los Angeles and had gotten a manager and an agent. And my manager called and said that he was trying to get me an audition for Nightmare on Elm Street. And I already had seen Nightmare, the first one, and loved them. And I'm a big horror fan myself, of the movies. So he said, we're hoping to get you this audition. And then he said, I can't get you the audition. You're completely wrong for the part, they said.
Okay.
They said, you're completely wrong for the part. So about a month later, my manager calls and said, Lisa, I got you an audition. They've auditioned over 700 women, 700 girls, and they haven't found their Alice yet. So they were going through their pile of rejects, right? Yes. Going through the picture of rejects. Yeah. And they said, okay, fine, let's give her a chance, right? Mm-hmm. So I came in and auditioned.
Yeah.
And then I had a call back 2 days before I was getting married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was on my honeymoon when I got the call that I got in the part of Alice.
Okay, you were on honeymoon when you got the message that you will be threatened by an evil guy.
Yes, exactly.
That's great. Everybody wants to have this. Yes, I think so.
So it was a great wedding present.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, all these horror stuff. I mean, if you say you like it, did it have any influence of you? Do you still think about what might be under your sink, or do you?
No, not in that sense, but I do find it fascinating. I mean, I remember in grade school reading, like in 4th grade, I read Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
And I think ever since I read that book, and I was, how old are you in 4th grade? 10 years old. Mm-hmm. I've always completely mesmerized and fascinated. I mean, some of my favorite films are Carrie mm-hmm. and Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist. I just found them all fascinating.
Then you're pretty perfect into our show.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Because this is what we present.
Oh, okay, very good.
Always, yeah. So, what was the feeling like then, becoming famous as an actress? Can you describe the feeling when people notice you and know you and talk to you?
Well, it's very interesting because I remember when Nightmare 4 came out, and I was just in a little boutique shopping for dresses or something like that, and this gal and her girlfriend, they were together, and they were just, they were shopping together, and the one girl comes and she goes, I'm being stared at going, there's the girl, and she's like going to her friend, that's the woman, the girl who's in Nightmare 4, and they're like looking at me like this, almost like I was a poster.
Okay.
Like I wasn't even human, and I'm just like going
from head to the toes.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I'm like a poster, like this, and then they didn't. It's not like they said, "Oh, hi, I'm Susan" or something. It's just like you're all of a sudden become like an object.
Yeah, okay.
It was very interesting. It was very interesting. But yeah, and I remember too at the time when I was married, my husband would get called Mr. Wilcox.
Oh, okay.
And that wasn't his name.
Okay,
anyway,
nice.
It was kind of interesting. So, but anyway, it's like with anything, it's like I'm still brush my teeth in the morning and, do everything that everyone else does,
Yeah,
so it's always kind of surreal.
So you're married and you have children too?
No, I was married, but yes, I have 2 children.
Yeah,
okay. I have 2 boys. Yeah.
Oh, okay, at which age?
15 and a half and 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do they have ambition to become actors?
No, my eldest he did some plays during junior high, mm-hmm. and he did a great job. He was in Grease, and he did the play Annie.
Yes.
And then he decided, nah, don't want to do it. He's like, it's too much rehearsal and practice, and then I have to do my studying and this and that, and it was just like too much for him.
Okay.
It's a shame, because he was very good.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah.
What is the funniest memory when you remember the set and movie making, whatever you have did? I mean, some stuff of behind the scenes.
Gosh, favorite memory behind the scenes. Probably meeting Robert Englund for the first time, and he's got parts of makeup being put on him, and just being fascinated by
pizza stuff.
The pizza stuff, and he's not all done up yet, and he's talking about history or some article in the newspaper, yet he's having the pizza stuff being put on his face. I have very fond memories of that. It was just so this is wild, Oh, and I do have a great memory of in Nightmare 4 they did the pizza.
Yes.
With the little heads.
Yep.
And the mouths move. They really moved, I mean, they had this electronic pizza.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of fun memories about the special effects that they did for the films. Yeah.
It has been a mess very often, right?
It has what?
A mess to all the blood and
there has been some of that. Yeah, but also just some amazing effects in general,
Yeah. So what are you doing right now in the year 2010? What are your projects right now?
Well, I left acting for about 10 years, and then I got then just all these kids who watched Nightmare on Elm Street back in the late 80s and whatnot, they've grown up to be writers and directors and producers, so I started getting, even through Facebook or through a friend of a friend, offers to do some independent films. So I'd done 4 independent films. I did Savage, Sebastian, The Intruders, and there's another one. I missed one of them. Oh, Imago. I did this one called Imago, which actually I'll be in Texas to help premiere that film. Mm-hmm. And then Fear Clinic, which I worked with Robert Englund again, and Kane Hodder's in it, and Danielle Harris, and these are webisodes.
Yeah,
on fearnet.com. Mm-hmm. So we did 6 of those, and that was fantastic because I got to work with Robert without his makeup on.
It's fearnet.com?
Fearnet.com.
Remember this.
Fearnet.com, and it's called Fear Clinic.
Ah, okay.
So it's been fantastic. But other than that, I just, I have a regular job, and I do, just a normal person.
Okay. Let me see what's over. Yeah. Would you star in another episode of Nightmare on Elm Street?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Now I've grown up. I have more wisdom.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm at the end of all.
All right, well, great. Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you very much for your time and your words.
Pleasure.
Have a nice time here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, please, please do me a favor to say, hello, I'm Lisa Wilcox, and you're watching the Trashothek.
The Trashothek.
Trashothek. Yeah.
Hello, this is Lisa Wilcox, and you're watching Trashothek.
Yes!
I can do it again.
Okay, you can do it again.
Trashothek.
Trashothek.
Trashothek. Okay. Hi, this is Lisa Wilcox, and you're watching Trashothek.